Hey everybody, today I'm going to talk to you about the full moon that's coming in Capricorn on July 3rd. It's going to be at 11 degrees Capricorn, and we all know Capricorn is the sign of work. So we all might be thinking about our jobs, our careers collectively, just the payout we get for our work. Are we putting in enough work? Are we doing too much? And do we need to take time to rest? So full moons always highlight a certain area of your chart. So based on your own personal birth chart, this might happen to bring up certain issues that are different for everyone. So I'm going to go into what this full moon might highlight for every sign. Now, this is based on the rising sign. All horoscopes are. If someone tells you otherwise, they're lying. So, this full moon, I took some notes because there's quite a few different transits and things going on and angles being hit. So as we all know, maybe, Capricorn and Cancer, they sit opposite of each other. And they're cardinal signs, they're doers, they're workers. And so are Libra and Aries. All of the cardinal signs are going to be most affected by this full moon. And Capricorn rules the 10th house. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So wherever Saturn is, which right now it's in Pisces retrograde, is going to be affected by this full moon. We might see some creative ideas coming to the surface that we didn't realize were there until just now. Might have some inspirational ideas. Might have some changes in relation to some creative ideas, thoughts, and plans and projects you might be working on, because Pisces is a very creative sign. So with the ruler of Capricorn, which is this full moon, where the full moon's going to be being in Pisces currently, we're going to see some creative ideas pop into the surface. So also we do see Saturn trining, so making a trine to Mercury in Cancer. So it's a great time for deep thoughts and serious planning. Your thoughts might be a little more focused because trines are very good angles to have. So having Saturn making a nice trine to Mercury, we're going to see, a great ability to focus right now, collectively. There's also a little sextile to Jupiter in Taurus. So you might see some payouts, some money coming your way for your focus that you've been putting onto certain projects, planning, career activities as of late. So you might see a payout. You might see your wallet get a little boost, and your bank account get a little boost right now. I think that this Jupiter lightens up Saturn. Saturn can be very serious-minded, obviously. Saturn can be a little pessimistic, less optimistic, but Jupiter brightens up the day and is more optimistic. So I think that a sextile to Saturn, right now the energy might shift to be a little more lighthearted on July 3rd. So, and a couple, for some time after that, because Jupiter and Saturn are slow moving planets. So that sextile is going to be lasting. What else? So the sun is in Cancer and the sun is conjunct Mercury. This is a very common thing. You'll see it a lot in people's birth charts. A sun Mercury conjunction. So both in Cancer, so we all, might feel that energy of, wanting to be a little bit more at home, more spend time with family and close friends, spend time with mom, with the sun being currently in Cancer with Mercury right there. But there can be, with the opposition of the moon, so there's opposition, always a full moon is sun and moon are opposite each other. So right now, the moon is also opposite Mercury. So there might be a conflict in our lives with what we think and how we feel, kind of like that head-heart disconnect of, I don't know, I feel this way, I think logically about it this way, what should I do about whatever it is, X, Y, and Z. So whenever you're making decisions, it's good to try your best to find balance. Always, but especially now, it's going to be a little more difficult to find balance between your head and heart. You might be pulled one direction or the other, and it might be hard for you to disconnect emotionally from something whenever you need to think logically. So I think that sums up the general scene right now, astrologically, what the skies look like. And again, in everybody's birth chart, all these placements are going to be kind of in different spots because everybody's birth chart is different. So I want to go through the signs and let you know where this full moon is going to hit you. So Aries, always first, because you're the first sign of the zodiac. This is going to be in your 10th house of career. So you might see secrets brought to light. So full moons can always highlight things that you didn't see coming, can always bring things to the surface that were pushed down into your subconscious mind. So in the 10th house, you might have some secrets revealed, some changes, some issues in your career and at your work life. You might be changing jobs. You might be job searching. Your job that you are currently in might come to an end, and you might be forced to job search even though you don't want to. So, try your best to think logically, and that head heart thing I was talking about with Mercury and Moon. Do your best to make the best decision for you right now, Aries, because it might be tough for you to disconnect from how you're feeling and make a good decision for yourself right now. Taurus, your 9th house is highlighted. So teaching, learning, and spiritual teaching and learning specifically can be highlighted now. Travel can be a thing. So you might have unexpected travel plans arise, the opportunity to take a little trip. And that can be really fun for you, I think. So Taurus, your 9th house also rules, you might start taking new classes. You might finish classes and graduate. So that's cool. Gemini, your 8th house of spirituality and deep intuitive thoughts, the occult, taxes are seen there. So your 8th house is highlighted. So you may take some time. Your phobias and fears may come to the surface right now, and you might need to sort through them. So do so again with your heart involved and your head. Find that balance because it can be difficult right now. I'm a little distracted because my husband's playing music downstairs. So if you hear it, sorry, I had to get this recorded in time because I'm going on vacation next week and I am not recording nothing. So anyways, little side note there, Gemini. That 8th house, it's not an easy house for you to deal with specifically because you would rather not deal with your emotions. You would rather not deal with those intimate thoughts and deep, thoughts that you have and feelings. You'd rather just breeze over them and everything's good, everything's great, don't worry about it. But those things that you've been pushing down and repressing might resurface right now, and it's a good time for therapy, a good time for deep talks and some wine with your girls because you're going to have some interesting things popping up that you might need to deal with that you haven't dealt with in the past. So stop putting it off. Deal with it now, girl, guy, whoever. Cancer, your 7th house of relationships. This is a big full moon for you because it's an opposition to your sun if you have a sun, if you're the Cancer sun sign. So you might be feeling this a little extra. And you might feel stress and tension in your relationship. You and your husband, you and your spouse, you and your partner might not be seeing eye to eye on things, and you might have to have the deep discussions that you've been putting off. But you can also see this is a good time for deep conversations. Always full moons bring up those emotions you've been pushing away, Cancer, and talk to your lover about how you feel. You might see some big changes in your relationship. If you were planning to get married, you might be planning the marriage or getting married. You might be getting a unexpected, because it's like, things come out of the blue sometimes at full moons, an unexpected engagement. You might move in together, take it to the next level. So this full moon, that's what it can mean for you. But I feel like it's more like a conflict, like a full moon that's going to bring some conflict to you because it's opposite sun, moon, or opposite each other. So you're going to feel this for sure. Leo, you're going to see this full moon happening in your 6th house, and that is your day-to-day chores, your work life, and your pets are found there in the 6th house. So you might get a new pet. You might see some issues with Fido, so definitely pay attention. If they seem like they're not feeling well, take them to the vet. Your health is also highlighted as well. So if you're not feeling well, get your ass to the doctor, man. What you waiting for? Like, quit ignoring those signs that you're not well, So here's your sign to go to the damn doctor, okay? Stubborn Leo, because I know Leos are stubborn. Also, your day-to-day work life, your chores, you might see an increase in them. You might find that you're a little more busy than usual, a little more stressed than usual. So take some time for some self-love and self-care, because you get stressed easy, Leo, because you are so dramatic. So take some time, spend that money, honey, on a nice spa package, because you deserve it. Virgo, your 5th house of creativity, children, and your creative expression is highlighted here. So you might start a new creative project, you might finish one, you might see some changes to one that you've been working on. You might be extremely inspired, sorry, not expired, you're not expiring, inspired by this full moon. And, you know, put your pen to the paper and get those paintings out and start working on them, because it's a good time for that for you, Virgo. Your children, you might see some changes, some issues, some problems with your children. You might have to help them with something. You might have to help them finish something they started and they need your help with. So pay attention to your kids, they need you. Also, it's just like a good time for some fun for you. So this is kind of a fun full moon for you, Virgo, because the full moon brings your emotions to the surface, and you're going to want to express yourself. You might go dancing with friends. You might have some good social outings at this time. 5th house is fun. Don't forget that. And romance. You might start dating someone new. You might find a new lover that really does it for you. So get yourself on those dating sites and don't say no to the blind dates that people are offering you up. Now is the time, Virgo. Get it. Libra. I cannot forget Libra. Libra, your 4th house is highlighted. So you are a fellow cardinal sign with Cancer, Capricorn, and Aries. So you're going to feel this a little extra. You're going to feel this energy. Your 4th house is highlighted. So your home, your family, your relationship with mom. You might need to help mom. Mom might be having health problems. You got to be there for her. You might see unexpected, things coming to the surface, feelings about how you feel about your family. You might be dealing with your, emotions related to your family, where you sit in it, your relationship with mom, relationship with your family. Like, why aren't you getting the recognition or love that you need? What do you need to do to get that love? You might be making house renovations. You might have unexpected issues with your home that you need to deal with. Repairs might be needed. And if you're moving, it's a good time to move. However, that opposition to Mercury, head, heart, you might not be thinking very clearly right now, and you might need to step back from making a big decision right now because of that. So, yeah. Scorpio, your 3rd house. So your siblings are going to come around and need something from you, or maybe you'll be helping them without them asking. Maybe you'll be spending more time or dealing with your relationship issues with them. Full moons are often a time of conflict because feelings are high. So you might be arguing with them. You might, watch what you say. Watch what you say, because with that 3rd house highlighted, your communication is kind of heightened. You're a little agitated. Your need to say what's on your mind is you're going to do it. And Scorpio, I know that you do things very intense, and it's hard for you to not just go with the flow and just go with what's on your mind and with your deep emotions that you have. But right now you're going to need to take some time to sugarcoat that shit, because you're going to piss people off. Nothing new for you, because you are very blunt naturally. But right now, pay attention to how you feel. Make sure you express it in a kind way, especially when it comes to your siblings, because they are highlighted now. It's also a good time for travel for you. You might see a little trip come up. You might see a trip end. So I hope that it's a fun trip for you. Sagittarius, your 2nd house of money, finances, and security is highlighted. So watch your bank accounts, dot your I's, cross your T's. Whenever it comes to signing any loans, make sure you're thinking logically. Make sure that you're not just buying things. Emotional buying might be a thing for you right now. So take a step back from that. Emotional eating can also be a thing whenever the moon is hanging out in the 2nd house. So, there's my dogs in the background. This is what we do. It's a zoo here. I have 2 dogs and 3 cats. It's a zoo, so I apologize for the barking that you're going to hear. Capricorn, your first house is highlighted. So your self-image and how you project that to others and show that to others is going to be highlighted. You might make some changes. You might want to get a makeover. Careful again, because with Mercury opposite this moon, you might make the wrong choice on hair color or whatever. So watch your spending, because you might spend too much as well at this time. Same with Sag, with that second house highlighted. So you guys got to be careful, okay? Get that budget together. But your first house, you might be thinking about, deep-rooted beliefs and deep subconscious beliefs about how you are seen by others might be highlighted right now, Capricorn. Aquarius, your 12th house is highlighted. So again, with the deep and dark and hidden, your hidden emotions might be highlighted right now and coming up for you. Stuff that you repressed might come to the surface, and you might have some dreams, especially at this time, that are very telling for what you need to work on to be more complete and more happy with yourself. So pay attention. You might get some visits from loved ones who have passed. Some mediumistic type of dreams can happen during a full moon, especially because your intuition is heightened. You might need some time for some solitude, Aquarius, which is like, you're often a sign who enjoys that anyways. You're not a super social sign, in my opinion. My Aquarius friends that I've known aren't super social. But you might take some time to journal. You might take some time to meditate and contemplate life and its lessons and your philosophies and your deep emotions. Pisces, your 11th house is highlighted. You might make some new friends. You're going to be going out, having fun. You might have some fights with your friends right now. So, be careful how you choose your words, because again, I'm going to say it like 50 times in this video. Might as well just like make it the name of it. Your head and heart are going to be at odds. So be careful how you speak. Be careful what you say, Pisces, because when you get all in your emotions, we all know how you are. You can get very carried away. So take care with what you say to your friends right now and how you express how you feel, because you might regret it. You may start a new charity. You might be finishing up working with a charity. And often full moons bring endings. So you might see friendships end. You might see these things you're working on with charities end as well. So that covers all of the signs. I hope that you like this. If you do, please like this video and subscribe to my page. And find me on the internet, on the interwebs, RachelLovesAstrology.com. And I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok now. So check me out. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.